Ladies and gentlemen,
shall we come back to the room?
How was that? Was it easy talking to the person next to you to share? Yeah? A problem shared is a problem halved, right? But sometimes you find it so difficult to talk to a stranger. But I believe if you just share some of those things that bothered you today, you've let it out of your system and you can move forward. It's something that you can practice at home. If you don't have anyone to talk to, stand in the mirror. Close your eyes, think about those negative things, or those 3 things that bothered you, and look yourself in the mirror and talk to the mirror and say, I'm letting go of all these negative things that is bothering me. Okay? Thank you. Now the next one is even better. I want you to close your eyes again. But this time I want you to think of something that made you smile. But at the same token, it's also good to think about the little things that make you laugh. You know, usually it's not the big things that make you smile, it's the little things that make you smile. It's very interesting, like, I don't usually wear wigs, I sometimes do, and my little boy told me, Mom, can you imagine if actually a pigeon came and pulled your wig? And it made me smile, you know, because my little boy to think of that. I didn't even think of it. So since it actually mentioned that, every time I wear a wig, you know what I do? I use a pin to make sure it stays in. And besides, we are experiencing a lot of wind, you know, Sierra, storm, whatever it is you call it. So you have to make sure that your hair is intact. So I think it's important that we focus on the positive stuff. We focus on the things that makes you happy. We focus on the things that gives you clarity of mind, okay? And you're able to actually think clearly when you think of positive stuff. Do you agree? Okay. Now, we are almost coming to the end of the program. I'm going to share a quote with you. How many of you know the late Maya Angelou? Okay? She said, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, then change your attitude. You might be in a situation whereby you can change the situation, but you know what? You can actually change your attitude, how you see it. You can look at a situation and see it from a positive aspect. Look at it and say, you know what, I'm not going to let this thing push me down. I'm going to pray or do whatever it is, but it's not going to be a focal point. And now remember what I said earlier on, that it's going to be interactive. I want you to change your seats a little bit. So get up and change your seats a little bit, please. Then you can come back and sit where you are. So get up and go and sit next to somebody you don't know. Please. Thank you very much. Ladies, move around, please, 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 please. And make sure when you're sitting next to that person, you talk, okay? Now what I want you to do is, if you've changed seats, what I want you to do is tell the person you're sitting next to the 3 things you're going to change about your situation. Okay? So share the 3 things you're going to change about your situation. Ladies at the back, are you sharing?
Yeah.
I will.
We've shared already.
We've shared already.
Okay. We've shared already, but let me say something. You know, the mind, how we think, and how we feel and what we do are all very connected. So for you to be able to change anything you do, or what you're thinking of changing, it needs to start with the mind. It's how you feel about something. What your thought will affect how you feel, and it will affect your action. If you wake up in the morning and the first thing you say, oh God, not again. Instead, you look at the situation and say, okay, how much can I do? You may not be able to do the whole thing, depending on what you have on your list. How much can I do? If I can't do it, how can I delay this? If I delay it, do I need help? If I need help, who can I contact for help? But instead of saying, oh God, not again, or you see a telephone call, you say, not this one again. But think of how you change how it's your thought. Your thought will change how you feel, and your feeling will affect how you act. And that will actually make your life a lot better. Like the things that you feel like is weighing you down, it makes it easier to take it up. My advice normally to my clients, or most of people I know, that when things are not going that well, one day at a time, just do it one day at a time. It makes it bearable. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. The good book tells us, as a man thinketh, so is he. So what you think, or how you think about yourself, is who you are. If you think you're beautiful, you will be beautiful. If you think you're wise, you will be wise. If you think you live in abundance, you will live in abundance. If you think you're blessed, you will be blessed. If you think you're poor, you will be poor. So like Defron said, it starts from here.
Yeah, I just wanted to share what my neighbor said through the question. He said, I'm at a stage where nothing can change. Nothing can change, if it's something, he's experienced something that has been bad and can't change. I said, no, it's the mindset. How long can you let that go on? So, and the lady colleague just answered that and said, we live one day at a time. Yeah. What do you think? It's, and at the end, he also accepted, that we can't live, we can't live in future. We can't live so many days at once. Every day is different. Yeah, but things change according to how you perceive things and how you can, work on things to change.
What the mind can conceive, the mind can perceive. Is that all right? Anyone want to share? Me. So going forward, we just want to encourage you to practice some mindfulness, starting from tonight. Stand in front of that mirror and speak to that mirror. Speak to that mirror and tell that mirror who you are. Tell your mind who you are. If you come into my bathroom, into my boys' bedroom, I've got quotes everywhere. Last time my sister came into my house, like, you've got quotes everywhere. Do you know why I have quotes everywhere? To remind me daily of who I am. Because when I read it, it reminds me, energizes me. But if I don't have anything to read, the Bible says, write a vision on a tablet. Though it tarries, it will come to pass. So write it down. Stick it on the fridge door. Stick it on the camera, on the mirror in your bathroom. Stick it on your wardrobe. Stick it in the corridor. Stick it wherever it is. So that every time when you walk past, when you look at that quote, or when you look at that positive word, it reminds you, it energizes you. And you're continually in a positive mindset. Right now, I am stressed, but I don't allow it to stress me. I don't allow it. But if I had allowed it, I wouldn't even be standing here. Most of you know, 3 months ago, I lost my sister suddenly. 1 minute we are talking, the next minute she's gone. And from there on, I had to start helping my mom to arrange her funeral. It wasn't until when I flew back to the UK, then I started grieving her. And I'm still in the process of grieving, but that could have crushed me. but I refused for it to crush me. Instead, I turned it around and I remember the good times that we had. So think of something positive. Think of something good. Even just waking up in the morning, breathing. Devron and I do similar jobs. When we go to see clients in the community, there's some people on oxygen. 24/7, they can't even get out of the house because they have to carry the oxygen. There are some people who are living on the street, they're homeless. There are some people who need to be wheeled out of the house because they can't walk. There are some people who wear a pouch, which is called a stomach bag, to pass stools because they can't go to the toilet. There are some people who are constantly on a catheter because they can't go to the toilet. So there's a lot of positivity out there, but until you actually look deep into yourself, count your blessings every day and name them one by one, because you are all blessed. Get out all the positive quotes, read them and remind yourself of who you are. Say, I am great, regardless of what situation I am in, regardless of my circumstance, regardless of my environment, regardless of my job, regardless of whatever it is that is going through. I am grateful because I can walk, I can talk, I can speak, I can hear, I can see by myself. Now that is a lot to be grateful for, a lot. So going forward, I want you to please, just to encourage you. Like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, each and every person in this room has got greatness in them. You have a lot of potential in you. Do you know what the late Dr. Miles Monroe said? He said the richest place on earth is not Dubai. Where do you think it is?
Graveyard.
It's the graveyard. Because in the graveyard there are people who have died with books in them, people who have died with businesses in them, people who have died with ideas in them, people who have died with talents and skills that were never tapped into. So whatever skill and talent that you have, use it to be of service to someone. Whether it's paid or not paid, but be of service to someone. Smile at someone, compliment somebody, pay a visit to somebody, just pick up the phone and call and say, oh, you know what, you were on my mind. I just want to say hi. It will mean a lot to somebody.